In the wild, death is always close, and with black mambas on the hunt, survival becomes nearly impossible. One bite from these deadly snakes can bring even the strongest predators to a swift, merciless end. Today we'll witness their lethal power in action. A male lion sat proudly among his pride, showing no immediate signs of distress. Moments earlier, he had crushed a black mamba in a territorial skirmish, but victory came at a steep cost. Foam began to bubble from his mouth as the venom took effect. His legs buckled. He collapsed to the ground, convulsing violently. The pride looked on in confusion, circling their fallen king, unsure how to help. Though he had slain the mamba, it had already delivered its deadly dose. A brutal reminder that in nature, victory can be tragically short-lived. Encounters between black mambas and hyenas are rare, but when they do happen, the results are devastating. In this case, a curious hyena got too close. The mamba struck, injecting a potent neurotoxin that paralyzed its respiratory system within minutes. The once mighty predator collapsed, muscles twitching uncontrollably as its nervous system shut down. Black mambas have some of the fastest acting venom in the animal kingdom, capable of killing a human in under 20 minutes. Though they don't typically hunt large animals like hyenas, defensive bites are lightning fast, reaching speeds of up to 12 feet per second. Inexperience proved fatal for this young male lion. Naive to the dangers of the savannah, it approached a black mamba with innocent curiosity, much like a house cat inspecting a garden hose. Unaware of the deadly threat, it sat beside the snake, completely relaxed. When the mamba struck in defense, the lion barely reacted, treating it like a harmless insect bite. That was its final mistake. As it casually stood and began to walk away, the neurotoxin took effect. Just a few steps away from the scene of the bite, the lion collapsed. Its life cut tragically short. The space between curiosity and death was only a few feet of African soil. A leopard and her cub stumbled upon what appeared to be an easy meal, an eagle writhing in its final moments after being bitten by a black mamba. Ordinarily a cautious hunter, the leopard noticed the snake had already used its venom on the bird and calculated her odds. What followed was a rare standoff between two predators. The mamba, despite having expended its venom, refused to give up its hard-won meal. Even though the leopard had the advantage in size and strength, the snake's unyielding posture created a tense and unusual battle of wills. Every time the leopard tried to snatch the eagle, it was met with the mamba's stubborn defense. Eventually, the leopard, with her cub watching, seemed to decide that this wasn't worth the trouble. Despite being drained of venom, the snake had successfully defended its prize through sheer determination. At their peak, male lions can weigh 400 to 500 pounds of solid muscle. Their thick manes and towering frames demand respect across the savannah. But in this heartbreaking scene, one such lion had become a skeletal shell of its former self. Though it survived the initial black mamba bite, the venom continued to ravage its body. Once powerful muscles wasted away, its majestic mane hung limply around a gaunt face. Its skin clung to protruding ribs and hips. The venom hadn't just taken its strength, it had stripped the lion of its very identity as an apex predator. Here's a remarkable case of one predator benefiting from another's demise. A leopard came across a cheetah that had fallen to a black mamba bite. Opportunistic by nature, the leopard seized the moment. Using its strength, it hoisted the lifeless cheetah into a tree, a technique leopards evolved to protect meals from scavengers. Cheetahs are notoriously difficult to catch due to their speed, but this one had fallen victim to a single, well-placed strike. Interestingly, snake venom is only dangerous when it enters the bloodstream, so the leopard could safely feast on the body. Digestive enzymes break down venom proteins like any other protein, meaning the leopard faced no risk. For once in the harsh African wilderness, a meal came without a catch. Mongooses are legendary snake killers, armed with lightning-fast reflexes, thick protective fur, and partial immunity to venom, traits that make them a nightmare for most snakes. However, even these fearless hunters show a surprising level of caution when faced with a black mamba. In this tense encounter, a hungry mongoose demonstrated that caution perfectly. Despite its desperation, the mongoose's survival instincts overrode its hunger. It attempted a half-hearted strategy, tail grabbing, a method that usually works on other snakes, but it quickly retreated whenever the mamba turned to face it. The mongoose's careful dance of approach and retreat revealed its awareness of the danger. One bite from this snake, and even with partial immunity, it would be doomed. Eventually, the mongoose abandoned the hunt, a decision that highlighted its intelligence. Even nature's most capable snake hunters know when they're outmatched. Some meals simply aren't worth the risk. In a haunting encounter, villagers stumbled upon a heart-wrenching scene. A hyena in the grips of mamba venom. Its hind legs still worked, but the front limbs were paralyzed, creating a grotesque form of mobility. Dragging its face and chest across the ground, the hyena pushed forward with its back legs, driven by raw survival instinct. The villagers watched in silence as the powerful predator struggled helplessly. The venom had targeted the front muscles first, a chilling reminder of how snake toxins affect different body parts. This stage of paralysis was just the beginning. Respiratory failure would soon follow. The hyena's courage was undeniable, but the outcome was inevitable. Even Earth's largest land mammal isn't immune to the black mamba. This enormous elephant writhed in agony, its thunderous cries echoing across the savanna. Unlike the solitary deaths of the hyena, leopard, and cheetah before it, this time, there was hope. Rescuers rushed in, administering anti-venom and emergency care. The elephant's colossal body shuddered violently with spasms, a giant brought to its knees. A creature capable of uprooting trees now depended entirely on human intervention. Every cry felt like nature holding its breath, a desperate race between life-saving medicine and one of evolution's deadliest poisons. This time, at least, hope remained. No words can fully capture the heartbreak of this scene. A leopard, one of nature's most perfect hunters, was reduced to a twitching mass of spotted fur. The mamba's neurotoxin had sabotaged its nervous system. Its powerful limbs spasmed helplessly. Its head remained motionless. This was a predator capable of dragging prey up trees, now unable to lift itself from the ground. Its eyes, once focused and fierce, stared blankly ahead in resignation. There's no anti-venom in the wild, and even if there were, the venom acts far too quickly. Nature stood still, watching as one of its finest fell to an invisible killer.